So, you've been doing some VR stuff, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I've been fucking around mostly. Not being too productive in it, but...
I remember you had that world with, like, all the dancing people.
Yeah, I started messing around in Unity, but I haven't been doing anything in it for a couple months. I've been slipped into the Octane render world, the cinema. So...
True.
I've been doing a little bit of 360 content. Sorry, I'm going to get off the couch so I can see it better.
Okay.
I've been doing some 360 content with these guys from Occupied VR here in Toronto. And
awesome.
right now they're doing a VR version of the film Kuso by Flying Lotus that I worked on last year. So they're like adapting the film for virtual reality, like by building all these little levels, building kind of a game, but it's all pretty experimental and weird. So I'm kind of helping out with that and doing some Octane render stuff in 360 and stereo and feeding them some content to mix into the game. So
it's awesome.
Cool.
I feel like there's definitely a lot of room to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like
totally.
If you go back and you look at anywhere, you kind of have like the crazy masking and like green screen stuff. You can just definitely have that in like a virtual world.
Yeah, we're extracting a lot of green screen stuff, but there's also a bunch of 3D models and stuff to pull from the film too, so we're having some fun with that.
Nice. I was talking to a guy randomly in here, and he said he was doing something for Alex Gray.
Who's Alex Gray?
He's that's the psychedelic artist.
Oh yeah.
Like whenever you see like the paintings of the DMT people with like all the like energy flowing out of them, and they kind of look like.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I was telling him, he was saying how he has had some trouble with the music, and I was like, hey, I know a guy who's performed for this guy. I'll give you his information. And he's like, yeah, man, definitely do that. And as we exchanged information, he knew another guy that was on the podcast with me, along with the guy that I was introducing him to.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of like a weird connection, small world kind of
here
thing.
in VR.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool community here.
Oh, that's right on. So yeah. It's pretty cool you got this shit rocking in Unity, man. It kind of makes me want to get back into it. This is funny.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I just wish I knew how to code, though. Like, there's so much stuff you can do.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, what else have you been doing? You've been doing a lot of music still?
Yeah, just I actually run a radio stream now of all my stuff because I can't figure out a good way to get people to listen to it.
Yeah. What? I'll have to check it out. You have to send it to me.
Definitely. And I started a Discord chat too. Have you been recording anything lately in your studio?
A little bit of music. Nate and I have been working on a new album ever so slowly, like for like months, and we've got like maybe four tracks started, but you know,
awesome.
We're just getting together once in a while and working on it, so it's taken forever, but I got a jam space downstairs here at the studio. We jam quite a bit.
Nice. And, I think I've been there in VR, right?
Yeah. You saw it on Destinations?
Yeah, you can actually pull that into here, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no way.
This world's like that in here.
That would be pretty cool.
And
it's
and also there's this. I was gonna say the Steam VR Home.
Yeah, I got the SDK for that, I think, and then I kind of gave up on it. I think it wasn't working for me for some reason. I was trying to make a new homepage into my actual house, but yeah,
I couldn't figure it out either. Like
me too.
It was weird.
There was like rules, like it had to be there was a cap on the poly count, and so all that photogrammetry shit was like way too huge. So
weird. It's all they only take like one OBJ file, right?
Yeah, exactly. It all had to be one singular mesh as well.
Yeah, that's weird. How do you need a special asset?
No, I think you just kind of collapse it in, I use Cinema 4D, but I think 3D software, you can kind of meld them together into one.
Yeah, like Blender or something.
Yeah. That's cool.
A good portion of the podcast, I want to talk about like how people start out. And like I said, I was listening to you on the Poundcast, which is a cool podcast I listen to. It gets into like how you started. Hmm?
Yeah, it was. I went to Doug's place. What was that? Almost a year ago now, wasn't it? But
awesome.
yeah, it was cool. He's a pretty wicked dude.
Nice. And Brent was there too for that, right?
Yeah, I got to meet Brent. He's pretty funny too. Good guys. But yeah, awesome. I guess I was talking about how I started out. I just started out fucking around on YouTube, I guess.
Yeah.
Making. I think all that stuff's still on my channel. The old early Smearballs videos I was making with my buddy Aaron, where we were wearing the fucking matching Lakers jackets and remixing shitty TV. But yeah, it's kind of, just making videos on YouTube, and started getting tapped to do some paid gigs, and that, sprawled out from there.
That's awesome.
But
I think we started talking in 2008 when you went on the live with the tiny chat or the stick cam.
Yeah, what was that again? You were checking that shit out from the beginning, eh?
Yeah, because
I made I think I had just like an IP, static IP, and I just slammed a webcam on it and was using some weird live streaming software way back when. Where you were on for that shit, like the rat cam and everything. I had all the mouse traps set up on the rat traps.
I think so. It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
That was way back when.
Did you post it on the blog? Because I used to go to the blog like every day.
Yeah. That was like early blog spot days.
So the good old days.
But yeah, I guess when I started out, we were doing Jamie's World quite a bit with Nate Mills, and we're doing that almost every week or more. And then just doing those. Yeah, I know. We keep talking about doing it again, but if we do it again, we want to kind of reinvent it somehow,
Yeah, do it a bit differently.
But something a little, I don't know, maybe more set up, like build a better set, or I don't know. I guess the big complication is having done it like 60 or 70 of them or whatever. Each one of those was like us getting hammered out of our minds and doing a video in one night. Like we'd start, late in the afternoon and go till 2 in the morning, and the video had to be done that same day kind of thing. Right? So we're probably like adding years to our lives by not doing that anymore.
How long did it take you to do that the Christmas special?
That was
with all
a few
the CGI.
days. Yeah, we did a bunch of Christmas specials. There was some that took like the better part of a week, but
I went back and I had to rewatch that the other day.
Oh yeah,
it's like when he busts in the house with the gun.
He does. Oh yeah, he kills Santa. Are you threatens everyone?
Yeah.
But we'll get Jamie out again someday. We're actually planning on shooting another Chico video next week. Well, we were supposed to do it this week, but the weather hasn't been cooperating. I think
I've been excited for the next one. Is that Chico 5 or 6?
I don't know. I think we mislabeled one of the last ones 5 when it was supposed to be 4 or something like that. But
that was he turns around the corner and that was that one, right? He turns around the corner and he gets into like that
altercation with that drunk guy.
Yeah.
But we're this one's gonna be like a little more high production value. We're gonna do like some CG shit. He's gonna drive the Corvette around, and like we're gonna try and get some cool car explosions happening, shit like that. So mixed in with some like candid stuff. I bought a 250mm lens for my Ursa, so I could shoot from super far away. And
It's extremely
you know,
tough.
yeah, it's not bad. It's going to do the trick, I think. It's just about keeping it stable on a tripod from that distance when it's pushed in all the way.
Yeah, true.
I'm sure we can figure it out.
And then like the slight
so
wind
that's
movements.
on the agenda. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, other than that, I've just been doing, commercial work for like the last year. I was actually just in New York last couple of weeks ago, doing a new show. But I didn't really have any off time, or I would have called you. But yeah, I was working on this new show for Adult Swim called Mostly for Millennials.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
And it's like Derek Beckles, you know that guy? He's the guy who did TB Carnage back in the day, and he had a show on Adult Swim called Hot Package.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's the host. It's going to be a pretty cool show.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it should be a pretty fun show. Eric Andre is producing it as well.
Oh, nice.
So
that guy seems like he's fun to work with.
Kind of in that vein. Yeah, it's a cool dude. So, yes, that's coming out sometime, but post-production schedule hasn't even started yet, so that's going to be a long ways off, I think.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks 'cause I've done all these projects that haven't come out yet, or I'd talk about some current stuff I've been doing. But
True.
a lot of it sits in limbo for fucking 4 or 5 months before it comes out.
Yeah.
But that's the advertising world.
True. See, that's what makes me think a lot about. I think a lot about like what motivates creativity. Like, I feel like there's so many people that like they spend so much time going through school and they get really good and skilled and they probably have a lot of talent, but then they never actually make anything. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it takes a different kind of like a person to like make their own stuff as opposed to just being like, you know what, I'm just gonna work at this production company 9 to 5 and not
it's hard
really
to make
like,
your own money making your own stuff, you know? Like it's pretty challenging to find the clientele. I think I kind of lucked out in a way where early on people started, I just kept making really fucked up weird videos, and then it was a real fluke, actually, to tell you the truth. I was just making stupid ass videos that you'd think no one would ever want to hire me to make anything because they were so dumb, right?
It's so
like
addicted
poorly
to them,
tracked. Yeah, poorly tracked, like shitty remixes,
Are you talking like
funny
before?
music. They're funny, I guess. But
are you talking like before Sweating Like a Farm Animal Cools a Daisy?
yeah, that kind of time. I remember it was after that video actually that Ken Block, from DC Shoes, a crazy stunt car driver. Yeah, he hired me off of that video, and he actually wanted me to do like a low key, remix of Gymkhana, of his Gymkhana video, and then just like pretend he didn't pay me to do it, kind of thing. It was going to be like, hey, just make a remix, put it on your channel, and I'll throw you a bit of cash. And then when we actually made it, because I hired Davey Forrest to help out with that as well. And we made it and sent it to him, and he was like, holy fuck, let's make this a proper, DC shoe spot. So it actually went on the DC channel, and that kind of kicked shit off for me.
Awesome.
Video-wise.
I think that's around the time I talked to you on Stickcam that one time.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think you made like a call for like people to submit like weird elements, and then that's when you
really?
made the pigeon giraffe.
Oh, yeah, that was weird. What were we doing with that? We were just fucking around, right? Like just doing collabos. Yeah, I forgot about that Stickcam. Holy shit.
Yeah, I think you were just like drinking Jaeger or something.
Yeah.
Just making the thing.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. But yeah, it's I always tell people starting out too, it's just like everything can be so consequential. Like you don't know what job's going to lead to the next, but it's like, a crazy linear path. I like, from that DC Shoes gig, I got another gig to do like a bunch of videos for like Sennheiser, and from that one I got, I don't know what else, but like it just keeps, flowing. I made that stupid, and then every time it's really important to not just do the corporate gigs, because then I moved to Los Angeles for like 6 months back in 2010, and I just started fucking around. I thought, I'll go back to doing some remixes, and I did that, the View remix sex tape video.
Yeah.
And that thing led to all kinds of work. Like, that led to doing like a, political remix thing for Mondo Media, which led to getting a gig at Conan O'Brien. Like, it's just like, you never know what the hell, is going to lead to the next gig. And that View remix just obviously led to all this other shit, like directly led to all that other stuff. Like, people would email me, I saw that video, I want to pay you to do something. And it's like, I just think it's really important to keep doing the stuff you want to do for fun, Yeah. And because even now, like, from doing the chickening a couple of years ago, it's like we just did that for kicks, and that led to another year of crazy advertising gigs and whatever else. So it's kind of like, I always try and shut off the clientele for like a few months and do something that I actually want to do. Not that I don't want to do my corporate gigs, but like, advertising can get a little shitty after a while, So I always try and carve out some time to do the passion projects in between and keep the dream alive,
Yeah.
But
I was thinking before the View thing and all that, with when you moved to LA, you were doing stuff for Kenny Vs Spenny, right?
Yeah. Actually, I was just hanging out with Kenny the other day. Him and I went to DenBoer's house a couple of days ago.
Oh, wow.
And shot some.
It?
Oh, his place is amazing. It's like this super high tech. The guy's every toy in the world. It's fucking awesome, man. But
Nice.
I went there to shoot some plates of his house to do some kind of Cinema 4D Octane animation, like do some tracking stuff. And
That's cool.
Little collabo project, and then called Kenny because Kenny actually introduced me to Joel, so I invited Kenny to come along and help out with the music video. And he was pretty hilarious. He put on Joel's wife's bathing suit and like swam dead in the swimming pool. It was pretty funny. But yeah, Kenny's still rocking it. He's a good friend of mine.
Nice. Yeah, I remember you were saying that whenever you hang out with him, people, they have like this expectation that he's like this crazy party animal, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, he can be a party animal, not as much anymore. But you go to a bar in Toronto because everybody in Canada knows him, right? Yeah. And you got these dudes that'll just come up and slam like fucking drinks on the table. Kenny, let's drink! And people like expect him to be in full blown, TV guy mode. But it's pretty funny. Yeah. He's actually super nice to his fans, and he's great about it. But
it's awesome. I was thinking today, if you were to, what if you did remixes of Kenny Vs Spenny, like what you were looking to do with the WBAB stuff? I mean, WB stuff.
WB. Oh yeah.
Kenny Vs Spenny.
Yeah, we could. He's got that whole library.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's in the cards, but
true. And just as a little side note, yeah, I feel like he's been looking for stuff to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's still doing his live shows with Spenny.
Yeah, I wish I could see that, but he only does that in Canada, right?
Oh yeah, he's doing some Comic Cons. He's doing the Windsor Comic Con. It's a little closer to you. It's like halfway between here and there.
Yeah.
Or it's close to Detroit, I guess.
Yeah, I wish he did if he doesn't want to do or can't do the show again, I wish he would do like a stage show or a US tour.
Yeah.
But I was thinking like
the stage show is fucking nuts, man. Like he showed me some video of like Spenny, like they actually bring people up into the crowd from the crowd, and they tell them that Spenny's gonna stick his finger up their ass and do a proctology exam, and people do it. Like people are like, "Oh, cool, fucking right." And they get on stage, and like Spenny puts a glove on and sticks his finger in a guy's asshole, gets him to drop his pants down, and he sticks his finger in, like puts some lube on his finger, and then goes point.
Holy
sticks
shit!
It in a guy's ass for real on stage. And then takes the glove off and like throws it in the audience. And then he licks his finger.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. And apparently he did it once with two people, and they both
my
did
God.
it, and he kept the same fucking glove on.
Oh my God. That is.
I think there's clips on YouTube. Like, check it out. It's actually, I think there's several clips on YouTube of him doing that. And people,
If he's
like,
able
actually,
to do that, he shouldn't have a problem with another season, right?
yeah, exactly. Who can stick their finger in the most of their fans' assholes episode would be great.
Yeah,
But
I
no,
was
those guys are
thinking,
kind of, they're legends in Canada. You know, that was like one of the first reality TV shows, if not the first one here. It's like,
yeah,
and it was crazy. Like, and it was actually on the CBC the first season, which is nuts to think now. Like, nothing like that would ever fly on the
true.
CBC anymore.
But they were very limited on the competitions that they could do, right?
Yeah.
It was more
back then.
more basic competitions.
Uh,
By season 5, they were like all out, like
yeah. Full blown dropping acid and, you know.
Was that real though? The acid part?
Apparently it was.
Looks real, but especially when he shits himself.
Yeah.
It's funny. You're actually the one who got me into Kenny Vs Spenny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you probably didn't get it in the States up until third season or something, right? When it was on.
Yeah, but
Down there.
that was a bit before that because I remember seeing the commercial on Comedy Central, and I feel like they kind of framed it up as like an over the top gross out show. Like I don't feel like the trailer did it justice, you know.
Yeah.
So like I didn't check it out, but when I heard that you did the commercial for it for the pizza episode, I had to watch it.
Yeah, it was funny. But yeah, I did a couple of things on another season too. There was also a Christmas special I helped out on.
Those are really good one. You did like the this little sketches, right?
Yeah.
Because that wasn't like a straightforward competition show. That was more like
it was just like a best of / variety show or whatever.
Yeah, that was cool though.
It was cool. Yeah. It was all right. But yeah, so you're into the Canadian comedy. I see you got your Trailer Park Boys Ricky outfit on.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm a big Trailer Park Boys fan, or I was back when it was on the air anyway.
It's my favorite show, hands down.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You like you a big Ricky fan, or who are you into?
I like Ricky and Leahy.
Yeah, Leahy's the best.
Leahy's probably my favorite, because just, to me, he's like the best on-screen alcoholic. You know? Oh, did I leg out? Did you leg out? Are you still there? I think he lagged out. You were saying something about like when I think we were talking about like how people they'll get out of school and then they'll find themselves to just doing like advertising and working for a production company, and you're saying it takes a lot to create something.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I think you brought that up. But I think it's just kind of normal to get a job and work. But there's tons of people doing freelance too, right? It's not, there's tons of ways to get work doing freelance nowadays. You could be a Fiverr person.
True.
Do Fiverr all day long.
I remember I got 2 Fiverr gigs, but I wasn't able to.
Oh yeah, you work on there?
For a little while.
Were you able to make money or what?
Got $10.
Oh my god, that's what I don't get. Like people, unless you're doing shit and you got like a whole day of work lined up, sitting in front of a green screen talking bullshit. I don't understand how that works for people. I guess there's a lot of people in Latvia or some weird country where maybe $10 goes a longer way or something.
Yeah.
Or $5.
I guess a lot of
But yeah, it
people
seems like a flawed business model, but I love it, man. There's some great voiceover guys. I mean, voiceover guys got it good because they can just, shit something out in
yeah,
10
sure.
seconds and like make $20, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But that's almost all I've ever used it for is voiceover guys. There's one guy on there,
Oh,
Mel Shiner, who's like the best dude on earth for movie trailer audio. We used him on the chickening.
oh wow.
He's like, incredible.
I heard, what's his
But
name?
my buddy Davey uses Fiverr.
Oh, nice.
You know Davey Force? He uses Fiverr for everything. He runs InfoChannel.
Nice.
You familiar with InfoChannel?
Yeah. And,
Yeah. He's got some crazy shit going on there using all Fiverr people, or mostly Fiverr people.
that's awesome. I gotta get back into it. It was hard for me to get my page seen, I guess.
Oh, yeah?
It's been a while.
I think he's planning some kind of a 24-hour content stream on InfoChannel. That's happening
awesome.
soon. Yeah.
You guys did that in the past,
Maybe he's a
right?
madman.
And
What's
then
that?
you were green screened in their last one, right?
Yeah, I live green screened in to his info test live. But I think he's setting it up more like, I don't know what he's doing exactly, to tell you the truth, but I'm sure it's going to be awesome. But he's doing like a broadcast stream, like a network, like with just tons of shit going on. And I think it's going to be like a split screen with like, all these different zones with like live webcam feeds and like, channel back
awesome.
live, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
There's definitely a lot to say about Davey Force with the stuff that he's done. But I remember he did what was that video? The quantum powered jam band.
When was that? Quantum powered jam.
Was that him?
Maybe it sounds like him.
Where it's like a band in a van.
Oh yeah,
there's like a computer that got stolen.
Yeah. I helped on that actually. I was living in Los Angeles back then, and I helped shoot all that van chase scenes, and and we were always jamming in Brian's garage there, and he turned that into a show where they had to jam in the van, to get away from the bad guys.
Yeah.
That was actually a pretty fun little project. He was we shot all over.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think I saw that on your on the blog spot. That's how I knew about it.
Yeah. It's old school. Some more InfoChannel primo stuff.
Yeah.
These avatars are amazing. You gotta have a house party in here, man.
Yeah. We have
you got a stereo.
We got the good stuff, and I had a record player, but I didn't have a good model for it. But I got the good stuff in here. Here, check it out.
You got a lava lamp and shit. I got a bong. I didn't even see that. Amazing.
Bust out one of these.
Yeah, you got some acid there? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Microdots.
I think it's like 25 of them.
Pretty cool.
And then a mystery.
I don't think I need acid in here. This is enough.
Yeah. I think when we were on the Stickcam, I want to ask you about it. You had a funny story. I think you said you were in public. You were on like the bus or something, and you had a little too much or something.
Yeah.
Does that ring a bell?
On a bus? Like acid or what? I don't know.
Yeah,
could be.
I remember when I went to the chat, you were talking to Nate, and you said like you saw like a mother and her kid on a bus or something, and you're headed somewhere.
Oh, bus.
And something freaked you out.
Shit, man, I don't even know. Like traveling somewhere?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Might have been when I was. I don't know if it was on a bus. One time we got, a few too many of those things, and totally lost my mind for like 72 hours.
Holy shit!
Started, freaking out. I had a dream where you wake up and then you're in a room and you go out the door and it just leads right back into the same room again, you know, like on an infinite loop.
Yeah.
And then my buddy was like, my roommate at the time was like making all these jokes, like pretending that he raped me in my sleep and shit. And I was just like so screwed up that I started to believe him.
Holy
And I was
shit.
like, fuck you, dude. And then I walked out onto the street and then I convinced myself that time had caught up to me. Like I couldn't make up reality fast enough anymore. So I had like caught up with reality. And then I was going up to people and just, you know, walking on the street like this beside them, and then I would try and freak them out, and then they would freak out, and I'd be like, see, you don't know how to react to me because I caught up with reality. So yeah, I was pretty screwed up. But then I went and had breakfast with my buddy, and like his sister and their kids were there and shit, and I'm like messed out of my fucking head. Well, first we smashed his car. He had this old shitty Volvo, and we smashed it with a bunch of rocks. And then I went for breakfast, and then sitting like with a normal family like brought me down to earth. But who knows what happened, what they thought. They probably thought I was out of my mind. I was out of my mind. It was a good time. But it was one of those things, like, you know, for like a year after that, anytime I smoked a joint or anything, I would have like paranoia. Like it was crazy. It took like a year to like get that out of my system, it felt like, you know. So stay off the acid, everybody. Don't do like 10 hits at once, because it can be really weird.
That's a lot.
I don't know. The problem was some guy had a bunch of liquid in a dropper, and I was the first one in line, and he went, and like I felt like a bunch hit my tongue, right?
Oh my
like
God.
He like emptied a dropper on my tongue.
That's like
and it was
dirty,
just
right?
crazy. It was just, I don't know, but it was a lot. It was way too much. And then I warned everybody else. I was like, whoa. And then he turned a light on and like carefully gave everyone else like a little bit. So I was 100 times more fucked up than everybody. It was crazy. But I got through it. I just, you know, did my kegels.
I'd be way too afraid to try the liquid kind.
Hey, I didn't do it on purpose, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what happened. That was a long time ago. That was probably like 15 years ago or something crazy like that.
It's a funny story, though.
You should try it right now.
Alright, here we go. I'll mix up these pills, the mystery pills, and I'll take a bong hit. I have a funny story. I don't know if I'll keep it on here, because I don't know who'll... You know, no one knows about me, but I had a experience where I thought... It felt like I was a cassette, and you just, like, rip out all the cassette tape, and I thought I had to rethink all my thoughts from the beginning of the night, or else I'd be like not caught up to like the reality, like what you said.
Hey man, reality's going at a speed, man. You can't go faster or slower. You gotta stay at that speed.
Yeah, and these guys know all about it,
or
right?
by thought. Yeah, man.
Check it out. Look who's on the wall.
Who's that?
Good old Leary.
Oh, Leary. Nice.
And Terrence McKenna up there.
Wow. This is quite the 70s drug den you built.
Thanks. The whole point of the game I wanted this to be... I wanted it to be like the stoner hippie. It's just like, yo man, you're an alien. Whatever. And then just
pretty cool.
Out. Thanks.
We should do like a R. Kelly trapped in the closet thing.
I need to make the doors closable. But look at what's in the box. There's a gun in the box.
Oh, a gun. Nice. Pretty awesome. All right, man. Well, I think I actually got to get rolling pretty soon here. What's anything else?
Yeah, let's wrap this up. Do you think
wrap it up?
Do you think VR podcasts will be the wave of the future? Or part of the future? I said wave of the future, which doesn't make sense.
I don't know, man. I think right now it's pretty weird, but it's pretty cool. It could be the wave of the future. Maybe you're starting something here. Maybe there's going to be like an audience on your bed, and you're going to start interviewing porn stars or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pretty cool.
It's pretty funny.
I messaged on Facebook. I messaged Sam Hyde on his Facebook page.
You got it.
I was trying to get him. What's your opinion on him, by the way? You think he's funny?
To tell you the truth, I haven't really watched any of $1 Million Extreme. I haven't seen it. So I don't know what all the hubbub was about. I mean, people were saying he's alt-right, whatever.
Yeah, I don't see what's alt-right about it.
I don't know.
I mean,
to tell you the truth, I haven't seen the show, so I don't really have an opinion about him or anything. I don't know much about him. I was introduced to him because of the whole fucking meltdown that was going on there with his show. But
yeah.
I'm not familiar with the show or what they were doing. But I don't know.
I messaged him trying to get him on the podcast, but he just said, I hope it takes off. But he didn't say he'd want to be on here.
Well,
it's alright.
It's not for everybody, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to make it more alt-right in here. You gotta put some
more Trump.
Got a Pepe. You know what? I actually 3D modeled Pepe the Frog.
Oh, wow.
I have like a really shitty 3D model of Pepe the Frog you could put in here.
Nice. I should make it my character model. Yeah, send it to me.
Yeah, that'd be a good avatar.
And I want that Jamie model.
Oh God! You know what? I have one. Well, I have that. That Jamie tranny with with his face plastered on. I think I could give you an FBX of that.
Nice.
Or something if you want it.
Yeah, that's awesome. What if you do?
It would work in Unity, I'm sure.
What if you do Jamie's World in VR?
Yeah, I mean that would be pretty cool. But I don't know. It's he's kind of better to be the real thing, Yeah. Jamie's Jamie. I think I would like to actually do show with him, like some kind of a proper, better done project, like not so shitty, but still the same editing style, but like done, where he's out in the world. The thing is, we went out in the world a couple of times, like downtown Toronto and stuff, and shot some things, and it's kind of crazy because we got pretty smashed, and then people were reacting more like, oh my God, you're so fucking drunk, not like you're funny. Like it was like, it was almost like he was too far gone, but he wasn't really. It was like, I guess you just get drunk in public and start talking to people and you get some adverse reaction. So we hadn't really held back that episode, but I should look at it one day because there was some funny shit in it, but I felt like it was almost like too, like, fucked up in some way. Like there was too much of the curtain was pulled back or something. It was a little too crazy. So yeah, I should open that up. I think I still have the project on an old computer somewhere.
Do you still have that the Alex Jones thing?
Yeah, did you see? How did you know about that one? Did I show it somewhere? Oh, I did. Yeah.
I remember I was the one that told you about that. And then I think you did it. You edited it like immediately after I showed it to you.
Yeah, that's right. You sent me the clip of him reacting to my clip, right?
Yeah.
And then he shot it up, and then I made him shoot it up again. Okay, I guess people who don't know did that clip of Alex Jones firing a gun. He saw it on Conan, and then he fucking started bitching about it, and then I stuck his arm on that again. And then I actually submitted it to Conan. I said, "Look, we've got a reaction from this guy." And I put a gun in his hand again, and he's shooting it up in the air, all pissed off at Conan. And then they were like, "Nah, we don't want to start a war with this guy and his cravy fan base, right?" So it got canned.
I feel like now they would, right?
Yeah, maybe
after what Stephen Colbert did.
What are you talking about? What did he do?
He basically started literally a war with Alex Jones. He was saying Alex Jones is like a piece of shit or whatever, like an awful person, but he's like throwing it into his comedy routine, like he's taking it too seriously. Wow. And then he started making fun of Alex Jones with his character, Tuck Buckford or whatever.
You know what? I saw Stephen Colbert do that with the tinfoil hat, and he was doing some. I don't know if it was. Oh no, I think you're talking about something else. I saw an early thing on Colbert when he started, and he put on a tinfoil hat and did this bit that went on way too long, and I was like, dude. One of the writers was having a field day with that one, but it wasn't funny. But I imagine this Tuck whatever thing is You know?
Yeah, they're following his.
like
Alex Jones had a custody case for his kids, and he was following it. And
it's funny.
They would not let up on him.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a crazy world.
Yeah.
You got people. Whoa, shit! I just glitched out. It's kind of crazy that Alex Jones has kids anyway. You'd think he would be, you know. I think this world is too crazy to bring kids into.
Are they all red-pilled? Red-pilled AF?
Yeah. Exactly. They're all cucks. Anyway, I think I gotta get rolling here, man. But thanks for having me in your weirdo den.
Thanks for being here, man.
Nice to meet you. Do you want like hug or what? High five?
Group hug. Come on, camera.
Finger bang? A finger bang your robot?
Can we do Illuminati symbol? Could you do this?
I don't know. Not
Illuminati
really.
for the camera.
Wicked.
Alright,
man.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for having me. I'll send you the video clip. Maybe you can make something useful out of this. Did I run out the door or what? I'm trapped. He locks the fucking door in here, man.
Should have locked you all in.
Oh, wow. There is an outside.
Yeah.
You just can't go anywhere.
There's a bathroom, too, but it's not open. Someone took a nasty shit in there, and it's stinky.
Right. End of the hall?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
I couldn't find any good tub models or sink, so I'm just abandoning the project.
Shit, you gotta go on 3D Warehouse. There's a million.
Nice. I was looking at Squid.
Yeah, 3D Warehouse is all free.
Nice.
Check it out. Anyway, I'm signing off, guys. Nice to meet you.
Man. Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for watching the show. Check out his stuff. Link in the description to his YouTube channel and other cool stuff he's been a part of. Hopefully we'll have him back on the show, because I feel like we only scratched the surface. Thanks for watching. Alright, I'm gonna stop recording.